just yet. Obama had the mainstream media, the entire European Union, and Oprah on his side. In fact, in a poll taken in Germany during the election, it showed that 80% of the German people supported Obama over McCain. And we all know how infallible the Germans are at picking great leaders. Meanwhile, we were running John McCain. It's amazing he lost by only 7 points rather than 75. Obama beating McCain is the equivalent of George Foreman in his prime beating Helen Thomas in the 12th round on a technical knockout. Which come to think of, I wouldn't mind seeing. I hope Republicans aren't this insufferable every time we win an election. I note that the last time liberals were so cocksure of their eternal dominance was when Lyndon Johnson beat Barry Goldwater in a landslide in 1964. You think Obama winning 28 states is impressive. LBJ won 44. And you all remember what a big success LBJ was. What am I saying? Most of you whippersnappers don't even remember Clinton. And let me just say, you gotta look that one up. You won't believe it. To summarize Lyndon Baines Johnson's accomplishments, 4 decades ago, he announced a war on poverty, and we're still waiting for an exit strategy on that quagmire. Hey, liberals, how exactly would you define victory in the war on poverty? I only ask because you consider that such a showstopper of a question when it comes to the Iraq War. President Johnson also escalated the war in Vietnam in order to prove that Democrats could fight. So 58,000 Americans died to prove that Democrats could be trusted with national security. No wonder the term Johnson-esque never really caught on. I mean, except in the adult film industry. It's interesting that Obama's adorers in the press keep comparing him to Lincoln and Reagan. Apparently they can't think of a Democrat president worthy of being compared to. That 1964 victory for LBJ not only marked the Democrats' last high water mark, it virtually marked the Democrats' last mark on American history at all. I mean, that's if you don't count stains on American history. That's what I mean. Between LBJ's landslide election in '64 and Obama's victory last November, the Democrats have managed to trick the American people into giving them a majority of their votes only one other time, in 1976, when Jimmy Carter won 50.1% of the votes. Think of that, even following Nixon, following Watergate, running against an unelected president, Carter could only get 50.1% of the votes. That's almost as pathetic as only getting 53% against McCain. And Carter's reputation has certainly gone up with time. He became the template for all Americans of what a rotten president is. Carter's presidency is like a Grimm's fairy tale. Even people who weren't born then know the horror and terror of the Carter years. As an aside, you'll notice that Republican presidents' reputations always go up in history. Democratic presidents, in the calm light of history, always go down. I know 6 years ago was a long time ago, but other than this last election, Republicans not only won the last 2 presidential elections, but picked up seats in Bush's first midterm election, going against all historical precedent that the party out of power picks up seats in the midterm election. That was only 6 years ago. Oh, but now the Republican Party is finished. And again, the last time the Democrats got a majority to